This is turning out to be a perfect sequel to Jason Lives. Let's talk Never Hike in the Snow. Hey there guys, and welcome back to Dino Review. So we are in day 14 of our 31 days of Halloween, and today we are looking at Never Hike in the Snow. So Never Hike in the Snow is of course a follow-up to last year's Never Hike Alone, a huge fan film that actually had huge success at the time and kind of showed us what fan films could do. Never Hike in the Snow kind of follows a pretty simple story where a teenager goes missing while he's hiking through Camp Crystal Lake. Now last year's Never Hike Alone was kind of an hour-long fan film, and it really showed us what fan films could do. The production, the cast, everything about that movie worked extremely well, and honestly the sequel does the exact same. This one is set 3 months before the last one, and the production value has increased dramatically, the cast has been expanded, and overall I actually prefer this film more. Now I did love that first movie, but I actually love this one a little bit more because of how much they put into it. We also have the return of Tom Matthews playing Tommy Jarvis, which is incredible to see for a fan film. Honestly, going into this I kind of wondered what the cast would be like, but there's no issues with them at all. I actually can't fault the cast in any way. There is also a surprise casting in the movie that I'm not really going to spoil with this review because I want to keep it as spoiler free as I can. But guys, when you see that kind of big reveal of who the cast member is in this one, it is a great plus if you're a fan again of Jason Lives. But all in all, the cast do a great job, and honestly it was great to see Tommy Jarvis back in the role. He's just as crazy and loony as he is in part 6, and that's kind of what I wanted out of the character. He's an older character that kind of does want to take Jason down, but at the same time you can relate to him the way he was in part 6. I loved seeing him back in the role. I loved seeing Tom Matthews particularly playing the role again, and he really hasn't missed a beat. The camera work is also gorgeous through the movie. We get these kind of long overhead shots. I'm guessing they were using some sort of drone or something like that, but it fits in the movie extremely well. We also get grey shots where we're kind of constantly looking behind the characters, looking for Jason in the darkness. We got that in the last movie with Never Hike Alone, and I love seeing it in this one too. Now with Never Hike Alone we got a lot more kind of handheld camera because we were following a blogger through the movie. With this one we get a lot more steady cam shots, and I actually like that in the movie. It does feel like an actual Friday the 13th movie, which I love about it. This movie completely feels like canon. And honestly, it's better than half the sequels we got in the series. They also use the snow setting extremely well in the movie. Now this of course is something that fans have been asking for years. It does feel slightly different than your regular Friday the 13th movie, but at the same time it's grounded in that universe. I also like the costume design that they use in those snow settings, particularly the opening act of the movie with that character with a yellow coat, and it works really well. The blood as well, seeing it on snow, of course visually looks really cool. It was great seeing that setting in the snow while at the same time being really reminiscent of the original movies. For me guys, as I said, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives is my favourite movie in the series, and one of the reasons is because of Jason. I love the look of Jason in that movie, I love the movements that come from him, and they get that down well in the film. He kind of is pretty much the exact same Jason you get from part 6. Now as well as that, they do kind of further look into his character, to develop his character a little bit more with some kind of moments with his mother. I enjoyed those, I thought they were quite interesting, and I like that they're looking to develop the character a little bit more, not just focusing on kills. And the story of Tommy Jarvis, we're also getting some insight into Jason and his mind. Now speaking of the gore, I love the gore in this movie. I love the kills, particularly in the film. They kind of match up with what we expect from a Friday the 13th movie. The makeup and practical effects are really gnarly, but at the same time they're really fun. I enjoyed watching them, kind of the different ways Jason would kill people, and it got me excited to see how many more victims he will have in the next few movies. Now guys, if I had to choose a negative to this movie, it's honestly that it just ends too soon. The movie is 30 minutes long, and it actually clocks in at I think about 25 minutes before the credits roll. That was the only disappointing moment I had in the film, and that's just because I was enjoying it so much. I do know they're making 3 more fan films to kind of wrap up this whole story. Originally I think the fan films were going to be longer, but they've decided to cut them down and make more instead. Now I like that, I enjoyed the movie even if it was 30 minutes long, but I do wish at the end of the movie there was some sort of tease or build up to the next one. We got that with Never Hike Alone, but we don't really get it with Never Hike in the Snow. I do wish there was just something there to tease us for the next one. It does kind of end a little bit too soon, but honestly guys, that's my only negative. Everything else I loved about this movie. This would be regarded as one of my favourite Friday the 13th movies, and I kind of can't wait to see what it's like when they're all done, when you can kind of put all these stories together and maybe it'll make one big movie. If you're a fan of Friday the 13th Part 6, if you're a fan of Tommy Jarvis, you will absolutely love this film. It's a great fan film, but honestly guys, it feels like canon in the Friday the 13th universe. Go check it out guys. I'm going to leave the link down below to see the fan film. Make sure guys you check it out, leave a comment on the video, then pop back here and let me know what you thought of it. As always guys, remember we are doing our 31 days of Halloween. If you haven't already guys, pop on your notification bell so you don't miss any videos this month. Make sure guys you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.